another trip. And McKinney TX is coming from Trader Joe's weekly run. Taking a different path, taking a different way back just to see how things are being handled. It was raining and fogging earlier today, so the sun's starting to come back out. So I figured it'd be a good test to see. Right now going about 44 in a 40. It's fine by me. Moving with the flow of traffic. I have my FSD set to assertive. And I'm hardware 3. I know for hardware 4, some folks on hardware 3, they changed the naming, so yours may indicate a hurry. Either way, I chose to have the vehicle switch lanes more often, be a little bit more aggressive, which is more human-like. So we'll see how that handles. The standard mode, was cool too. I had that on for the longest, so I just recently switched over to assertive mode. Slowing down a bit on this downhill road, still for above the speed limit. I don't mind that. Looking good, doing good. This is a fairly straightforward road. I don't take this way often, so kind of just taking it in as we go, just like everybody else. I did have some issues the other day in direct sunlight. I have a separate video that'll highlight that. The sun currently is to the left of us, so again, so far so good. Going with the flow of traffic. Supposed to be winter. It looks like fall. Today, temperature, it feels like spring, 76. Went past that light. That was a light in a previous video I showed. It was a blinking yellow, flashing yellow. On a previous version, the vehicle really struggled. It stopped. Trying to compute what it should do. So I had to intervene and take over. wasn't the worst, but again, just looking for improvements here and there. I was able to report that, and hopefully it gets taken into account. I've been across other flashing yellow light scenarios, and it's handled it well, so maybe just that one in particular. Still a good speed. I feel like in just a couple weeks ago, and it's the same build, but I would consistently be a few up to a several notches below the speed limit, several miles below the speed limit, whatever you want to call it. And you know, safe is good to a certain point. It almost starts to get annoying when you need to nudge it a bit to speed up with the flow of traffic. So again, no direct changes of my own, but it has improved the threshold for the auto max, and being able to recognize the flow of traffic and move accordingly. Chose not to pursue that, and that's okay. As mentioned, it's definitely better to be safe than sorry. If it was me, I would have definitely took that. But again, everybody doesn't drive like me, and again, you are on the side of caution. A lot of stuff happens during yellow lights, and so I don't mind it. Now, I would hopefully see improvement in that. I think that's one of the main call-outs I've had over the past several videos is the hesitancy when it comes to seeing a yellow light or a green light that is going to turn yellow. It's 70-30. In my experience, 70% of the time it's going to slow down and stop. 30% of the time, when it does decide to go, there is some hesitancy sometimes. So that gets annoying because, you know, if it was you driving, you would either slow down and stop, or you just keep going. It's not like should I stop? Should I go? Should I stop? Should I go? You know, and you can feel it. So that's something, hopefully, and for those that have maybe hardware 4, if you all seen an improvement in that, let us know. again, this is a newer area that I've traveled to take to and from, but it's all within the same cities. Frisco, McKinney, Plano. These are very large cities. So they have several different streets and pathways. There are main highways that I usually take. Sometimes I like to mix it up a bit, see what the navigation spits out, see how FSD handles it. So like here, that was like a swing almost. It's kind of riding into the other lane, so that wasn't good. Not sure what happened there. It wasn't the worst turn to follow, but windy today as well. As I mentioned in a couple previous videos, I did get the holiday update. Has some cool features in there. I do, however, have a message that pops up, a small bug that a few other people reported in regards to needing to clean the camera lens. So it's been raining, but though I usually clean and wipe down before every drive. So went to Reddit, went to other places and saw others were posting and reporting the same thing. So something that you can definitely just clear out. It's not a large deal, but some may experience that. Outside of that, though, I think there are some useful things in the holiday update. Large one was the Apple Watch. I wear an Apple Watch, so that was cool to see. The majority of times, 9 times out of 10, I'm using my phone key. Rarely would I use the card key. But having the Apple Watch, which I do wear most of the time, if not all the time, in the event that I don't have my phone on me, but I need to hop in the vehicle and get something, or even in a crazy event where maybe I misplaced my phone and left it somewhere, but I have my Apple Watch, I can use the vehicle as normal. I can get in, I can drive, I can go where I have to go. I paired the Apple Watch as an actual key, so it can do all the things that essentially that you would need. Has some options on the Apple Watch itself, but not too many. I think other folks have reported if you have Legacy, S or X, you're getting limited options on there as well. So we'll see. This first iteration of having an Apple Watch app that works. So later on down the line, they may throw some updates at that. Look forward to that. So we're going down a fairly new road. This is like a back road that's getting more traffic as they're building out the area. So handling it well so far. Nothing crazy. It's always with unnamed roads that can be tough. Now this one's actually named, but it was recently named. Before it was just an unnamed road, so it's always being prepared to take over. but this was handled well. So let's got extremely close to that curb. Got a little too close for that curb. I assume it would turn a little bit, but nevertheless. Being held pretty steady, so no complaints there. Taking the safe route. Getting a lot of construction going on in this area. So there's a lot of scenarios with routes and different streets that will change from day to day. One day it may be fine, the next day they may have just one lane open or whatever the case may be. So definitely good to get out now. As we notice, we're doing 45 into 50. This is kind of, again, it's starting to speed up a little bit, but with the flow of traffic, you can see that a lot of folks are passing us by. So that's one of those things where you can either ride it out or you can nudge the accelerator a little bit to kind of get it up with the flow of traffic. I think that's just one thing that I'd certainly like to see improvement on. Sure why we have a right turn coming up. A vehicle from The far right lane is approaching, but again, decided to be in the middle lane for a little bit. Right turn coming up. You can see in the lower right, visual there. Always comes to a full stop. Makes that turn. Looking good there. Turn signal on, which I guess is fine, but now we're going back left, and this is one of those issues that I reported in another video not too long ago, where it decides to just switch lanes for no apparent reason. So that's something else that need to be addressed. Doesn't happen too often, but when it does, it's obviously not good. There's no reason for it. But this is again why we as consumers are able to take these beta testings and supervised drives to constantly improve the system. So that's what that's all about. Guy coming up hot, passing to the left. CTS. I used to have a CTS. This is way faster than the CTS. It's always funny to me when people pass with aggression. It's like, you know, if we wanted to, we could do this, but that's for another day. As for now, appreciate you all viewing the video. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'll have more videos on the way. Until then, have a good one.